Hi, my name's Tanya. Some people know me as Love Buddha Tarot as well. So I've been an intuitive tarot reader for many years, and I work with spirit as well. And I prefer to say that I get told things rather than channel. Now tonight I was just sitting and I've been told that I need to do this video, so please bear with me. The world is a bit crazy at this time, and there's something that I feel is important, so I'm going to share it. I have wrote this down beforehand, so I am going to use that as a guide, okay, because it just puts, there's so much information that it puts it all together. So please bear with me. I don't know why I'm being told that this needs to go out. Well, I kind of do know why I'm told that this is kind of needs to go out at this moment. But yeah, so here it goes. It basically starts off last December. Last December, I done a really big psilocybin journey. I took 5 grams of psilocybin, which is often called the hero's journey, and I'd done this for my own healing. I went into it with the intention of self-love, and yeah, what happened afterwards, I sat with sitters. It was all kind of, set up properly, and I sat with sitters, and some of the information that I was given, well, all of the information that I was given at the time literally blew my mind. And I've been sitting on it for a while. Obviously it was last December. I didn't know what to do with it. And then obviously this year, everybody knows how this year's gone, but I just feel more and more that a lot of the information I was given was relevant for this year, and tonight they've said it's time to get it out there. So here it goes, and this is how I've wrote it so far. So it's entitled She, A Journey. I don't feel that my personal story up to where this journey starts is of importance to others or to you. Maybe it's not the time to tell it, or maybe that's for another day. All I can say is that the day I decided to journey, I was in complete surrender. I had no expectations. I was tired. I was weary. I was too tired to be scared, actually. I was done with the hiding, the swerving, the avoiding. I was ready to do the work, to accept whatever, and even if I did not return, whatever would be, would be. Self-love, that was my intention. I wanted to find it. I wanted to understand what I knew but didn't know. I was in search of the Holy Grail, and little did I know it at the time, but I was about to find it. Down the rabbit hole. As I lay back, blindfolded and audio blocked, I feel I lay back in slow motion, although maybe that's how it would look if this were a movie. But anyway, I lay back, and this is where the story starts. Oh shit, I forgot to mention the dream, sorry. It was important. The night before the day in question, I had a dream. I often have prophetic dreams and always feel their importance, even if it's through cryptic messages. So this night, I dream I'm in a town that I used to stay when I was young. It felt strange, almost run down. I kept going to the sea as that was where I felt good. Almost like I had to keep going there to cleanse and recharge, to plug back in. Things got weird. The place felt heavy. I went to go to the sea and the beach, but it was full of DJs playing bad music, scantily clad girls with more plastic in their body than the world's oceans. Litter, disrespect and throwaway attitudes left me feeling sick. I wanted to tell them, but it fell on deaf ears. So I wandered into a little shop. I looked around, and then as I went to leave, the lady working there shouted at me, and she said, "You can't leave with that," pointing to my hand. I looked down, and I was wearing a ring with a clear crystal embedded. I apologised, I hadn't put it there. "It's a Lemurian crystal," the woman said, smiling. "It will help you with your quest." As I took off the ring, I woke up. So where was I? Okay, I'm lying down with closed eyes and the fractals start. I watch them like kaleidoscope. They're dancing, and I watch them like a kaleidoscope. They are dancing and merging with the music that's playing. Like an old 80s video game, I start to zoom through galaxies. I'm now not of my body, and it feels pleasant. And then I feel a tap, tap, tap on the top of my head, like a woodpecker. I feel it's some sort of surgery, and I welcome it. By now, I'm in a kind of Willy Wonka-esque factory. of computer-generated colour, and almost like ants, these little robotic beings are frantically programming and building thousands of different ones and different mechanics, all working together in this carnival computer creative world. I ask what the significance of all of this is, why I'm being shown this, of what interest or importance it is to me, and this is where it all kicked off. "This is life," said the voice mockingly. "This is yours and everyone else's existence." There was a gloating tone to its communication, and it laughed again when it told me, "We program you all. Whatever experience you have, we decide. Nothing is how you believe it to be. You are not free." The laughter got stronger, and I'm getting mad. This seems to excite the almost Wizard of Oz type character that I'm in dialogue with. "But what about feelings?" I ask. Instantly, I'm shown a scene where these little computer critters start to drop balls of feelings into chutes like the banks have to transport money. I'm really pissed off now, and I argue that that isn't true. I mention love, I mention my grandparents, and they laugh and tell me it's all just a simulation designed for their amusement. I protest again. "No, I remember my nana, I remember my granddad, they were real." The tapping starts immediately on my head again, and it's like a barcode scanner. And I'm told that these false memories of people who didn't actually exist in the way I knew them would be erased. The laser was going back and forward through my head, and the memories started to disappear. By now I'm annoyed. Everything I have encountered, experienced, fought for and struggled for had just been a source of amusement for some twisted fuck narcissistic galactic entity. Fuck you, love is real. I know it, I felt it. "No," said the voice, "that was us too. It's sinister sniggers enjoying my confusion and my frustration. Love is real, it is. That's the feeling when I held my daughter for the first time. You couldn't recreate that." "We did. It wasn't real." "Love is real," I'm protesting, yet truly now I think I'm trying to convince myself as I am in doubt. I'm starting to believe that this is the only existence. The Joker-style laugh encases me. All faith disappears, and they, he, whatever, they know that they have me. In that split second, my little dog physically jumped onto my stomach in real life, and I started to frantically stroke him. I could feel his heartbeat. I could feel the love that I felt for him and he for me, and that started to breathe life back into my almost disbelieving soul. Memories of my grandparents grew strong again, and now it was me laughing. I had proof. I was feeling love. It is real. It is real, I laughed. Fuck you, it exists, and it's stronger than you. It exists, only love is real. It's real, it's real, it's real. In that moment, I could feel their anger. The colourful carnival type world now changed dark and hell-like. I was defying them and they didn't like it. Angry spitting serpents like reptiles started to head in my direction, hissing and growling, and I just laughed. Show me something magnificent, like a baby's smile. They got angrier, but it was like I was made of Teflon. The more they tried to attack, the invisible barrier was preventing them from getting at me, and this made them madder. "You're boring me now," I told them, and this time it was me with the mocking tone. The madder they got, the more I relaxed. "Only love is real, only love," I repeated. I could feel the crescendo and didn't know where it was going to go. The beings or whatever let out an almighty howl, and I calmly voiced, "I believe in love." In a second, everything changed. The computer aspect had gone. I was in a different space. The air felt clean. I felt held. I looked around at the most beautiful scenery I had ever seen. Waterfalls, rocks, green vegetation, pure paradise. I felt weightless and light. I felt safe. It was then she appeared. A beautiful woman standing in front of me, enthroned in a geode-style arch within a cliff face. "It's now time for you to learn the truth," she said, and she didn't wait for me to answer. She just carried on. "We had to push you to see if you could keep your belief when all was fallen. You almost faltered when they tried to trick you, but you remembered love, and it made you untouchable. I need to tell you the story now. They are right. They do and did program us. But a few of us located love naturally and we broke away from their regime. we collectively felt. Some say this is Lemuria, but they have it wrong. It's Lemuria, it's love. You see and feel its beauty. This is where you are from, and this is where we have been calling you back. Your name here was Isa. Who are you, I ask? I'm she. I'm Mother Me. We. I'm she. The love I feel in this moment, I can't explain. I feel part of this place. It's familiar, although I've never been here. I realise that I'm actually talking to Mother Earth, Gaia, or she, as she seems to like to be known. And that's as much as I've wrote, but this went on for hours and hours. And during that time, I have pages and pages wrote of this, volumes of information I was given. And she told me what would happen, where they would start to program us. They would want us to disbelieve. And all she kept repeating was, we have to remember love. And I feel this is what we need to do in this moment, because we're getting so far away from it. You know, look at everybody fighting and everybody's choosing a side and stuff like that. This isn't what it's about. We need to choose love. And I feel the reason I'm saying this tonight is because one of the things that she did say to me, which was so important during this time, was that we had to remember the music. We had to remember the art. We had to be in nature. We had to keep connection with people. And at this moment in time, I don't know if it's the same all over the world, but I definitely know it is in England. You know, they're trying to get us away from art. Even in Ibiza, where I used to live, you know, they've banned music, they've banned dancing. You know, this is where we connect. This is where we remember. And this is what we need to keep on holding on to. So I feel this is tonight that I'm being told to say this, because I feel we need to not let them take our music, you know. If music be the food of love, then play on. And every day we need to listen to it. Every day we need to find the magic in that moment, in that music, in that moment. We need to allow it to take us to that place where we actually remember love, you know, and this is where we're Teflon. This is what happened within that. When we remembered love, that is when they can't touch us, you know, and this is what we really, really need at this moment in time. I know this is going to sound really strange, and there was so much more information that I was given. I asked every single question that I've ever had in my life about spirit, about life, about whatever, and I was given answers, but maybe that's for another day. But this is, you know, to really connect to our heart, you know, and I wrote today to somebody, an artist who put a post on with this, that, you know, the earth without art is just air. And that's it, you know, we have the music at all times, you know, it touches our soul, and it helps us to remember, and it helps us to connect. So even if they, you know, they don't allow us to dance together, we can still connect to that music. We can connect to that art, and we can connect to our heart. When we do that, we're connecting to the hearts of everyone. Okay, so I know this sounds a little bit strange and bizarre, and there was so many things happened after this that was verification. I did come across a Lemurian quote that I don't know where it came from. There was other cards, which actually, in fact, I'm going to get them now. 2 seconds. Yeah, so this journey actually happened on the 20th of December. That was when I had it. And my life changed. I really had to take quite a few months by myself to actually, and you know, I've taken psychedelics before, you know, it wasn't lit, it was just, oh wow. But there was too much within this that then became apparent. So as I said, this was the 20th of December that this happened. On the 6th of January, my daughter came to the island. I was living in Ibiza at the time. And my daughter came and brought me a gift. And she brought me these beautiful Work Your Light tarot cards. So I shuffled them. And the first card that came out was Lemuria. Now, as I'd mentioned, as I'd wrote in that this woman, she was standing in this geode-style rock which was exactly, I'm trying to point there, which was exactly there. And this place was exactly where I was, and I'd never even seen these cards. So I want to read, the message that comes with that card. And I feel this is, again, collectively, none of this is about me. And here it says, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of the earth's lost land, where heaven really was a place on earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony, all beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of the affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It's closer than you think. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times you may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes to this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes to remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. And then it asks you to hold the card to your heart. I'm going to do this, but this is sent out collectively. And it's, I hold the codes of Lemuria, and I believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. So yeah, so that was it. Like I say, it's I don't know why I've been called to do this tonight. But I really feel this is, if they're trying to stop the music and art, because she told me this is what helps us to remember, along with birdsong and sweet corn. She said to eat sweet corn, and every little nugget of sweet corn is a little piece of memory that can go back in. There was so much information, and I will share it one day. But today I just feel that this needs to be said, okay? So don't let them take away our music. I'm sure there was a song, wasn't there? It's the only thing I've got. And we've all just got to do that, because it's so important. It's so important, the music and the art, to all of us. So don't let things get you down, even if you've had a hard day, go on and put that radio on, put your favourite music on, and let it take you to the place where none of it really matters, okay? That place where you can escape to, or to remember, okay? And I'm just pulling the card there to see what this one is. And it's a Akasha, and it's saying, your guidance is divinely guided. So I'm going to read this one, and then I'm going to go. Sorry, I've the butterflies and everything that are coming through me now. There's a really, really strong presence here. And I just want to read this. I hope this has been all right. My videos aren't always like that. Those of you that know me from YouTube know that. But those of you that know me from here don't really know that much of my work. But it goes back, so you can check me out on YouTube and see that I haven't just come on and doing this now. So it says, Akasha exists in the fifth dimension in the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to the information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on our timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you choose to work for, a relationship you plan to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It's time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spiritual world. To trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive. For you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha, and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul records that is in my highest good and for the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, with this, I don't know whether this is bringing a collective of musicians and artists together, and I don't know, but I feel we're stronger together than we are separate, okay? So this is about us uniting as well. And, I feel when I always say this, that when we are authentic and when we are shining our brightest, we can light a room. When we're with others that are all shining their brightest and being authentic, we can light the world. And I think the world needs that at this moment. So if you are an artist, a musician, or any type of artist, then see about making a collective of people. I know some people are on lockdown and people are in isolation, but we have the computer, and see what we can do with that, because this is it. We need to unite in this, and we need to keep that music loud, and we can't turn it down. It's, if they ask us to turn it down, it's like, no, we need that music, because that music and that art is what feeds us, and it's what's going to sustain us as well. So I'm going to go now. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know. And please, tag your friends in this. I don't know if you can tag on Instagram, tag your friends in it, musicians, artists, creatives, people in the hospitality business, all of that. These are the ones that are being targeted. And these are the people and the places that we need at the moment. These are going to be our solace. So, I think it's time for coming together, because the world needs sweet, sweet love at the moment, and music can do that. So I'm sending lots of love with this. I hope you receive it in the way that it was intended, from my heart and from my truth. Satnam.